So welcome. This is gonna be a quick tutorial when I just show how to export this Townscraper town into Unreal Engine 5. It's gonna be pretty fast. Also in the description you have the link to the project that I am actually using. It's gonna be for free, so don't worry about that. You can jump into it and download it. And you can find there a material that I am using to actually have this Townscraper asset working similarly, not entirely one-to-one, because the doors and the windows do not work as here, but yeah, this is just a fast way that I found out to do. What else? Oh yeah, I am not the owner of Townscraper or anything, so you probably cannot use it in ship projects. This is just for early prototyping phase, and maybe if you want to just test how your character movement works, some design of tones, or maybe camera workout. So that's for it. I don't recommend you to actually send it and use it in your ship projects. But yeah, for personal projects and in early development, I actually use it. So whatever suits your needs. It's gonna be pretty easy. All we have to do is just export it. I have over here. Let's name it tone_free. I already did some of them, so that's why it's there. And here is the Unreal Showcase project. This is the Townscraper material. This is the project that you have in the description, and it's just a basic one. It's an empty project that only have a couple of things. This folder, the material with the material instance and the textures, the showcase map, and the art. In this case, only the SM town that is just ready for the game, and we're gonna now import a different town that I just showed you. So it's just town_free. It's over here. When you're gonna import it, yeah, probably will have also this error with the texture. We don't need it, so don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. And all we have to do now is just select all the assets that we want to prepare and then merge it, because the scale of Townscraper assets are not correctly done as in Unreal. It's usually 1/3 on half of the original scale, so you just have to prepare the scale to 2 or 3 and then merge them again, set up the collision, and so on and so on. Because you don't want to have like windows, birds, or props, whatever, and as different assets, you want to have also like all of them at the same time. So merging them is just the natural step. Sometimes I prefer not to merge the birds because the birds might be flying around. That's why I don't recommend it. But yeah, you can just remove the birds before merging. You don't need them. It's just quite fun to have something like that in the asset. Adds to the experience. Also, water can be removed if you are not working in the water and you just want to place them on any landscape or whatever, just to test like a proposal of tone layout. It's just a pretty neat tool, and I actually recommend it. It's pretty neat. Townscraper is cheap. I recommend it highly. So here it is. That's all of the assets. As I said, scale is to 3. Now is the same scale as this town over here. As you see, yeah, that's the problem. I only had selected the house. Now I have to select everything. Boom, boom, boom. And now I can actually scale it to 3. Everything is right. And now I can merge it into just one single asset. It would be easier. SM town_free. So it's all the same. And we can just delete everything else. Yeah, the town now doesn't have any material, and all of the stuff that are on the above just disappear because there were no the merge ones. And now we can just place it and work a little bit on the asset. And the only thing that you may actually need It's not obligatory place, but yeah, collision. It doesn't have collision by default, so we can go in the collision and set the collision complexity and use the complex as simple. What does it do? You can choose, instead of having the simplified collision, it has the more complex one, the visible one, the visible collision as a gameplay collision. That's not good performance-wise. However, because it's not a complex asset, it doesn't have a lot of polygons, and because this is for early prototype stages, as I said, I don't recommend it. Use it in the ship projects. That's just enough. And before actually leaving this tab, we can just set the default material as the Townscraper material, or instant in our case. That would be it. And now we have an it down. What does the material do? The material has a couple of parameters to actually play with. First of all, we have here, we have the main color. This is mostly all the walls that we have. Primary roof and secondary roof. It's pretty clear which one it is, but the secondary roof also works on some other details. So yeah, let's start with the main color. The alpha doesn't matter. That's why I have some with alpha 0 and with alpha 1. It's just doesn't care that much about it. We can have like more whitish and maybe a little bit bluish kind of tone. And instead of having like a green roof, we can go with this pinkish and having a little bit darker pink, and maybe in another direction, maybe more violet or purple. Yeah, it doesn't look that great actually. Maybe we can just have a similar color so it doesn't pop up that much. Yeah, so as you see, you can just edit the colors as the color palette that you are working in your game, and that's it. Stuff such as like plants, props, windows, and so on doesn't have this option. I didn't need it, so that's why I didn't add it. You can add them in the material or not. I leave you on your judgment, but yeah. You also have roughness, just the basic roughness from the entire material. We can just place 1 if you don't want it to be shiny. 0.6 is also great, whatever works for you. And you can also have like this wind intensity and wind fade. This is done only for the plants. They have like slight movement. If you put a little bit more, they have more. So whatever you need. I just had it as a neat add-on. They add also to the immersion, and it kind of works. You can also change the tone color texture that is in the project. I actually use the tone color HD. This is a different version of the default Townscraper texture. It was made in the Townscraper Discord, and the guy who did it is going to be on the description. So yeah, you can ask him or maybe find a different kind of texture for Townscraper, and you can just change it and instantly have a different kind of texture. So this is going to be it. I don't have that much to actually add. Hope you use it. If you want to use it in your projects, feel free to actually tell me. And as soon as I have everything prepared with the Discord, I have to open it as fast as possible. So thank you very much, and hope to see you in the next one.